Hiya, welcome to the Bedroom Guru. You are going to be so excited because I've got a different background. I've been moved up to the settee because I'm having my bed cleaned and having all my sheets changed. So I thought while I'm up here, I will have a little word with you. Very tired today and in a lot of pain, but I still wanted to share something so that I felt like I've done something for the day. I wanted to just extend a bit on the spirit visitation videos I did because my lovely friend, Jeff, said about his lovely wife Jean, bless her heart, very old friends of mine, brings smells. And I thought, oh my God, I forgot to mention that. So basically, smells are huge with your spirit people. I can't believe I forgot this because it's the first thing they'll do when they come and visit. Normally the smells will be something that you will instantly recognise as being theirs. It's going to be their aftershave or their perfume or their smell. My nan, it's the only way to describe it, is nan smell. That's what my brother and sister recognise it as well. And it's a bit like a floral smell with a bit of a musty smell linked in with it. So instantly I know it's her. My dad, it's like a fag smell and like a stale beer smell. Do you remember when you used to walk into the pubs when you could smoke? It's a bit like that. So you can't guess for 1 minute what he used to like doing. So there's all different types of smells that come in. It's brilliant evidence for me as well, because especially when spirit people come in and say, oh, you know, I can smell Coco Chanel. I can smell Coco Chanel. I go, oh, it's my mum's favourite perfume. So it's an excellent way for them to identify themselves. It doesn't have to be a smell that, you know, correlates with them. It could be any smell that they choose to do. It could just be a general floral scent. But as I always say, check that you haven't got one of those air fresheners for a start, and check your surroundings to make sure, you know, that it's not something that's explainable. Again, I've had people report to me, and I've also experienced it, when you'll smell like cooking smells or baking smells because they love baking and you've got nothing cooking or baking in the kitchen. So look out for those because they are really important. And I forgot them in the last one. Aren't I good? I had so much to tell you that I just completely forgot to mention that. You know, but it is so significant, and it helps me as a medium as well, because I know that I was going to do a live demonstration today, because my energy is so low, you have to have raised vibration. And with the pain I'm in and the tiredness I'm in, I really want to be a lot more able to link with the spirit person and give you a really good demonstration. And I can't do that today, so I'm just going to talk about me. I'm joking, I'm just going to tell you more stuff that will help you. It brings to mind when I was doing an evening mediumship, I think it was Kent somewhere, and I had this smell of cheese up my nose. Oh my God, it was so strong, and I could feel like I could physically taste it. And you know, sometimes if you eat like really strong mature cheese, it makes the top of the roof of your mouth like tingle a bit. You're like, it was like that. It was overwhelming. My eyes were running. It was so strong. And basically this woman went, oh my God, because I think I said his name, so that's my husband, blah blah, whatever his name was. She goes, he was addicted to cheese, and inadvertently he had such a bad addiction it actually killed him. I think he had a heart attack. I can't be sure, but something like that. And it was due to all the amount of fat he was eating in this cheese, God bless him. But what a brilliant way to connect himself in. And I said to her, if you ever smell cheese and you're not near any cheese, it's going to be your husband. So they do like to do that. Don't, you know, I've asked in meditation. The thing is, I'm trying to deliver to you my knowledge in layman's terms so you understand it. If I started talking on the philosophy and the profoundness of how they connect with us, you'd be like, boring, next one. So I'm trying to do it as layman terms as I can for everybody to understand. Because on a digression, I've got to say thank you to you all, because I've had the most amazing emails from so many people about how these videos are helping them. And I've even had about 4 emails from people that are terminally ill, have only got like a couple of days or weeks to live, and the fact that they got so much comfort from the video about, you know, explaining what happens straight after you die. And do you know what? I can't tell you how this has touched me and how I feel that I'm actually doing something important. Because when I first started doing this, I thought nobody's going to be interested. You know, it's just going to be ridiculed. It's another medium talking a load of pants. But I've reached people, and that's my goal. And if I don't reach any other people anymore, that's fine, because oh my God, it makes my day. It gives me a sense of purpose. It gives me a sense of knowing that I'm helping people, even though I'm stuck in this bloody body that doesn't want to work at the moment. It will though. I will heal, because there's a whole reason for all of this. But as usual, I'm digressing. I just want to say thank you. Please keep them coming. Let me know about your experiences or any questions you want to ask. I was watching, I think it was somebody else on YouTube doing like a psychic surgery, answering questions. Or this is from so-and-so, from so-and-so. But I can't do that because there's like hundreds of them, and a lot of them are like pretty much the same. One of them as well is about, that I got this morning. Her daughter used to have a lot of orbs around her photographs, and it really freaked her out. So she put them in an envelope, and then her daughter found the envelope and wrote on the front of it, "Children playing." And she's like, oh my God, she's got children around her. Don't freak out, for goodness sake. As you remember from the last videos, pets and children are like this massive ball of abundance, love and purity. And so they attract spirit energy, okay? There are two types of spirit energy that are going to attract themselves around your little children, or even teenagers, especially teenagers, and the hormones start going. They resonate even more energy that's attractive. But they're not open to bad things, remember that. The two main visitations you're going to get with your young toddlers, babies, children are going to be, one, perhaps a spirit child, like, you know, passed down the road and is drawn to energy and wants to play with them. Or it could even be, very rarely, a child that's stuck in the ether that plays with them. But ordinarily, 99.9%, it's going to be spirit siblings or family members, you know, like their cousins. What happens is that they love to keep them company. When you've lost a child, it doesn't matter if it's like miscarriage, termination, you know, they were born sleeping, died at 1 year old, 1 day old, it doesn't matter, 15 years old, they automatically want to look out for their brothers and sisters. This is what I've learned from my experience with their visitations and when they bring messages to me to their family. And they just love to have their back, play with them, look after them. And so now I understand, and this was explained to me in a meditation, now I understand why there's this phenomenon of imaginary children, because I know that most probably a very, very high percentage of those imaginary children are the child's spirit sibling or spirit family children, without doubt. That they basically have got such a high resonance, children that have passed over. They've got really good abilities. Remember earlier in the other video when I said about them moving things, taking things, bringing them back? They are so good at that, and they're good at materialising themselves and staying in the ether, interacting with that child. So, you know, it doesn't mean that your child's a natural medium. What you've got to remember is we're all spirit in a physical body. So we are naturally going to connect with spirit people, spirit phenomena and angels. It's only society and belief systems and things that end up blocking that conduit of consciousness that allows us to connect with the universe. And it's only with someone like me that's had it literally, you know, my brother and sister, all my family have had it strong, that you never lose it. But most people end up having this low part of their soul take over, and then they just literally think and act and work and behave as a human and block that divine connection that we all had at birth. Isn't it a shame? That's why I want to do these as well, because I want to start bringing that love and that understanding to people so they can connect into this universal conscience, so that they can actually cope in life. So this phenomena of children chatting away and having tea parties with the invisible friend ordinarily will be your lost son or daughter that's gone to spirit world, but they ain't lost. They're down here playing with your kids. Another question is, does my child that's passed over reincarnate into one here? Nah. I've seen no evidence of that, and I think that's going to really muck up your grieving process if you suddenly see your son Billy come back and he's like in your daughter. What I do know is, though, people say, oh, Dad, but it's so like our Billy that we lost. It's because, no doubt, that if Billy... Sorry, we're just using the name Billy. I think it's because one of my favourite books at the moment is The Afterlife of Billy Fingers. It is such an amazing journey of a bloke who was a bit naughty on the earth plane, who connects with his sister and describes to her about heaven. It's so amazing. And so I've just used Billy as a... So, Billy, I'm using this for you. And basically what happens is that I've lost my bloody thread now. Do you know what? I hate this brain fog. It does my bloody head in. They better not stop me from doing these videos. It's the only thing that keeps me going when I'm going downhill and thinking I feel rubbish. So they better not stop it. So, yeah, so Billy comes down and there's all those people living outside. Here we go. Every single time this happens, they're quiet all day. Now she's barking at something in the middle of the air. Absolutely nothing. Has a spirit person come in? So if Billy comes down and obviously is imprinting with his brother or sister, they may pick up on his personality. They may pick up on his mannerisms or what he says. So that, I think, is where we kind of see our lost children in the children we've got. Mia, stop barking at the invisible form that's standing in the corner of the room. There's nothing there. And basically, that's where I think, we say, oh, they're just like our Billy that passed. Obviously, they're going to look like him as well if they're family members. And I honestly think that's what it is, because I do know that there's, chinks, an admin error, if you like, in people reincarnating too soon. I don't know if you heard the story. You can see, I think it's on YouTube, it's all over the internet, about the little boy that was in America, and he swore that he was belonged to a family in Ireland. Mia! Sorry. And he basically described where he lived, the name of his family. Long story short, in the end, after having a lot of psychotherapy, they said, look, you're going to have to honour this, take him to this place. And he expressly described this house. It was by an air landing strip on a beach in Ireland. And they found it, and he connected with his family. And he knew them, he knew all of them. They obviously were so upset, but they'd lost a little boy. And so it mucks up our experience down here. It doesn't help. As far as I'm aware, and I'm going to be doing a video about this, about the soul journey and reincarnation. I know it's right because I've tried it and tested it, but that's for another video. It's normally about 3 generations, so we don't know a great uncle or whatever, and so we lose that human connection. And so I think that's around the time that we then go, well, should we have a little visit back down? So there's no cross-contamination. It sounds a bit awful saying cross-contamination, but I think it's going to really muck us up if we think our dead child is back in a live child we've got. I think it's unhealthy and it's not right. And from what I've learned from the laws of the universe, it doesn't happen unless it's an error blip. And that's where you find, so many children being open to previous lives. And that amazes me. There's a programme on the telly about it. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it, about children that insist on these previous lives. It's because they remember it, because they're open, beautiful souls. And they're a lot more advanced nowadays, the millennium children. They're more connected to the, layers of consciousness that basically vibrate through the universe. The vibrations are so much higher and lighter. So basically, yes, you most probably have got spirit people visiting your children. Yes, they're most probably going to be one of your children that you've lost, or perhaps, niece or nephew that are popping in, but they're just looking out for them and keeping them company. As I said before, if it gets troublesome or your kids aren't getting sleep or there's problems, let me know. It's the same as the ADHD video I did. Amethyst crystal stops visitation. Bag of rock salt or sea salt at the window and a dream catcher, it tends to stop that, because it's kind of telling them don't bother them at night type of thing. But if it's bringing comfort and they're happy with it, let them go with it. It's the only problem we've got is our own belief system. If we're seeing our kids happily chatting away to someone that we know's passed away, leave them to it unless it's harming them, because that's what they're there for. They're there to give them comfort and let them know they're okay. So as I say, unless it's a problem, get hold of me. But to be honest with you, don't freak about these orbs around them. It will be children around them, or it could be loved ones just putting an arm around them at a Christmas photo, As I say, with the orbs, sometimes there are dust particles. There are... I knew she was going to do that. I knew she was going to jump. That's why I went to grab the camera. I have to be psychic. So... yeah, you will get orbs, and especially a lot around children, because they're being looked after, they're being loved, and how beautiful is that they're being looked after. Very quick one. I'm going to do this. I keep saying I'm going to do this on another video. I've got so many to do. But, if you are worried, or you're thinking, she's up a bit late talking to this person, he's up a bit late doing this, talking to someone that isn't there, then just own it yourself. That's the biggest thing to do. If you've got a burglar or a stranger walk into your house, you're not going to go, oh, welcome, stay as long as you want. You're going to go, excuse me, do you mind leaving? So, you can own the energy that comes in your house. Just talk to them like a human being. If there's someone that's visiting your child too much, you don't have to have some bloody medium or Ghostbuster to come in. You just basically... sit down and go, I know you're here, thank you so much, it's so lovely. I don't know who you are, but it's bringing a lot of comfort to Annie. But But can I just say to you that, you know, they need their sleep, they've got school, blah, blah, blah. Can you just not visit as much? They'll listen to you because they're so excited. If you remember that last one I said about, she was so excited about the fact she could come down here and be noticed that they forget about the human trauma that comes with that. You know, so if there are issues, just own it and tell them. Don't be scared. Don't ever. My granddad said to me once, don't ever, ever show fear, whether it's investigation, whether it's going into someone's house that's got a problem. Never show fear. What have you got to fear? The only thing you have to fear is the living. And he's totally right. I would have any spirit in this house anytime over a burglar, wouldn't you? And you know what? Going on that, most of the spirit people, again, a 99% job here, they're going to be your loved ones that want to come in, you know? And it's like, I've got kind of like a big vortex in this house. It's a 300-year-old house, and it's on the ley lines between the Borough Mump and Glastonbury Tor, so it kind of just sucks everything in it's around. My friend that comes to help me out, absolutely freaking, because there was a presence here, but I could not feel that presence. It was not resonating on my energy at all, no matter how much I tried. Couldn't feel it, or it's because I'm in pain and my vibration's a bit low. And it was freaking her out, and I said, why are you freaking? She goes, it's following me, it's freezing cold, I've got goosebumps, I've got built all these cold flashes. And I said, darling, just relax and find out what they want. So it's the same as anybody. If someone approaches you, go, yeah, what do you want? Do the same. What do you want? What do you want to tell me? If you just stay calm and close your mind down to just focus on where that energy is, then just basically ask, and it will surprise you. The results will surprise you. One, you'll mostly get a vision of whoever it is talking to you, and then they'll make you feel or use your senses to understand what they want to tell you. Most of the time, it's hello, I just want to come and say I love you. You know, so don't panic about these things. They really are so natural. And again, I put it down to media, all this scary stuff. And again, I'm going to say about Birdbrook, but it was so rare. I'm not saying this to make you feel any better. It really doesn't happen a lot, this negative vibration and spirit and all the rest of it. So embrace them coming to see you, okay? And remember, your senses will be the key to their connection. So if you want to embrace that connection, or you sense they're around, the number one thing that I would say to you is don't look directly at an energy where you sense there's something there. By doing that, your brain tells you you're not looking at anything. Always use your peripheral vision if something is manifesting in your house, okay? Don't look directly at it, because the analytical, logical part of your brain will say you ain't looking at anything, and it will go. Just literally relax yourself and allow the peripheral vision to see what is actually being manifested. Smell. Can you smell anything that connects to them? Ask them, is there anything you can bring me to smell? Can you taste anything? What are you hearing? Are you hearing high-pitched buzzing? That's angel presence. Are you hearing any whispers? And all these people that go, yeah, it'd be great. When they hear it, they like run out of the house. Go, oh my God. Don't be scared. There's nothing to fear. Hear, listen to see if you can hear anything. They might even focus your ears on, say, you know, a bird outside, and it'll be their favourite bird, but it will sound so loud it's ridiculous. So use your senses to feel. Also, your solar plexus, that's your biggest magnet to everything. That's the core of your soul. That's the core of all of your chakra and the whole of, you know, how we actually vibrate on this unit, on this plane. And so basically, what are you feeling? Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Do you feel big? Do you feel... this is like, for instance, right? We can all do this. This is the thing. I was doing a meditation the other day, and I met Juliana. God, it must be perhaps 14 years ago properly. And that, as I say, that's a story for another occasion. He's one of my spirit guides. And very briefly, when he took me to show me our origins in our previous life, I saw this layer of energy that went to Tibet, and I've never seen it since. And the other day, oh my God, I was back in it again. I was like, what? 14 years ago it was. I was like, oh my God, 14 years ago this happened. And like the lady took me in and gave me breakfast. Sorry, I felt like a bit down under. You know the song, took me in and gave me breakfast. You're coming from a land down under. Oh my God, I'm losing the plot. I am losing the plot. Yeah, and she basically walked into this yurt. And when I Googled it, the yurt was a round circular white one with square black doors, and she said Cam, and I finally got a clue what she's talking about. And when I googled it, Cam is Eastern Tibet, right? And they actually live, most spiritual people on the earth plane apparently, and they live in round white yurts with square black doors. I couldn't believe it. I'm digressing again, but it was so exciting. And she was basically saying about the solar plexus, about the core, and I could feel her connecting with it, right? And then when I looked at her, she smiled. She didn't have any teeth at the front, but she had really long teeth. And then I could feel her teeth in my mouth. It was amazing. I could actually feel her long, like, old wisdom teeth in my mouth. And part of you wants to go, oh my God. But I thought, shh, calm down, because you're in a meditation, you're going to lose the connection. And so that's what I'm trying to say for you to do. Focus on your body, slow yourself down, and more often than not, you will know exactly who's there, why they're there, and what they want to say. And that's how you start this spiritual connection, this spiritual relationship with them. So just chill out with it. If you start going, oh my God, or flapping, whoomp, you close your energy down so quick, you've shut up shop, they've got no way of reaching you, okay? It's not bad news, they're not there to warn you. You know, you get so many people talk about, oh, it's blackbirds and omen and all this. Oh my God, it's all superstition, human belief, human fear. Embrace what's coming to you. I don't mean set up a bloody seance and start, you know, wear an headscarf, come in and do all this. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if they're there, embrace the fact they're there, find out why they're there, or at least just acknowledge. One of the things they want to know is if they've reached you, you know it's them. Okay? So sometimes I haven't got a bloody clue who it is, right? Because I'm either tired or I can't be arsed with it, and I'm just like, who are you? And they basically give me a bit of a, like, you know, a sense of who it is, or they give me a quick flash of it is, and I go, Dad, oh my God, thank you for being, I love you so much. If there's anything you do to help me, that'd be great, but I love you, boof, and I'm back asleep. So acknowledge to them that they're there, so they know, they think, I've sussed it, I've done it. Because the more you acknowledge that, the more that they're welcome, and they will recognise the energy, you'll recognise the energy, and they'll be able to come in. If you're having like rows and there's lots of stuff going on, especially if you're grieving, you know, you've got an awful energy in your house, it'd be a good idea if you want to invite spirit visitation when it's right to sage the house. It's called white sage. It's like dried vegetation that is packaged over from Native America. And you can get the proper ones that the actual shamans have done. It stinks when you burn it, right? But I would suggest if you're in a place of grieving or you've just recently lost somebody, again, I'll be doing another video completely about this because it's what I'm all about at the moment, helping people that are grieving and coping with loss, hence the book, Heaven Calling. But basically, you burn it, and it does stink a bit, as I said, a bit bonfire-y, but I like it actually. And you just take it around your rooms. Make sure you have one window open. It doesn't matter if you don't know what you're doing. Traditionally, a conch shell is used to catch the ashes. I've just used dishes. People use ashtrays, don't really matter. And just say, please ask for this place to be cleansed. Basically, it absorbs any negative or heavy standing energy, takes it out to the universe, and enlightens your house. And I don't know if it's a psychological thing or not, but after I've done it, I'm like, oh my God, everything seems brighter and lighter, and you feel a lot better. And then by doing that around yourself as well, it helps take some of your energy away that you're struggling with. If you do that regularly, you can either do it every month, every week, whatever you feel like you want to do, you're allowing the place to be more open to spirit visitation. I don't mean any old spirit, I mean your family members, okay? Again, a rose quartz is really good. I think I showed you in the last video. Rose quartz is your standard staple, positive vibration stone. Lots of people have them like in the middle of their lounge with the tea light in, so it radiates all this lovely positive calm energy. The higher your vibration in your house, the higher vibration that you have, the happier and more light you are. You've got more chance of having your mum, dad, brother, sister, uncle, auntie, nan, granddad come and visit you. When you're low and shut down, it ain't going to happen. Hence why I couldn't do that connection today, because I'm tired and in massive pain, and hence why I couldn't work out who was following my friend Claire today. Bless her heart. She's going to watch this and go, shut up. But I could feel the cold. I immediately goosebumped up. I knew there was someone there, but they didn't want to talk to me. And if they don't want to talk to me, there's nothing I can do about it. And they were resonating on her energy. So hopefully she'll find out who it is. But she did well. She calmed down and she was visualising. But I'm just worried because people come in here and think they're going to be faced with spooks all the time. It isn't that. It's just a very, very conducive energy for angelic and spirit to flow through. And it just brings so much upliftment and sense of comfort to you. Don't forget, my mum's only been past 2 months. And there's a lot of trauma around the passing. There's lots of problems that are still going on with it. And I've got to deal with that. All our family have got to deal with that. But just to feel a brush, because you do feel things as well. You might feel a little touch on your arm. I think that if you're more open to this and not as scared, you will get touch. You will get perhaps a tap on the shoulder, or you might get someone touch your arm. They love touching your hair. Oh my God, that is so common. Where they just literally just stroke the top of your hair and you go, whoa. They do that, or they might even touch your nose, or they'll touch something that's sensitive that you'll feel, your ear or around your face. We'd all do it, won't we? If we're looking over our loved one, we'd be like, oh bless them, want to touch their face. So again, if you feel that, it can be cold, it can feel cobwebby, like I said before. You might even be quite a strong touch. I remember one bloke who came through when I was doing an evening in Southend, a charity night, right? And he used to pinch his wife's bum, and he pinched my bum, and I felt it while I was doing the thing. He was really cheeky. She goes, my God, if he'd never pinched my bum, I thought something was wrong. And now and then she'll get a light pinch on her bum. She goes, hello, you bugger. So they'll do things that they used to do as well. So if you get touched, don't think, oh my God, they're attacking me. No, they're not. They're doing what they've learnt to manifest the energy strong enough to manipulate a pressure on your skin, on your physical body, which I think is phenomenal. Love it when I get touched, or I know that someone's just brushed by me. I think it's lovely. It just gives you so much comfort, because like with my mum passing, obviously I've got the human, emotions, and it's bloody horrible. It's shit. However, I've always projected where she is and what she's doing, and I know that there's been a lot of spirit visitation to all our family members to just let them know that she's all right. I went up there just before I met that Tibetan woman. I went up there and my dad was sitting on a bench. My nan and granddad were there. My mum was just crying. I was like, oh my God, nothing's happening. He went, no, don't worry, she's just healing still. She's obviously still going through a life review, what Jeremiah showed her about what she's done and, what she perhaps could have done better. And so she's still healing from that, which is fair enough, because obviously their time doesn't resonate with ours. It's completely different. So even though I'm thinking, oh my God, it's been 2 months, is she all right? It could be a second for them, And I know, and a lot of people send messages, oh, you're so lucky you can do this. You're so lucky you've got this gift. No, you can all do it. That's what I'm trying to show people. And that's what all these videos are about. They're about helping you on a human level. My computer's just turned itself on. That was good, wasn't it? Thank you, whoever that was. So it could have been just a computer turn itself on, which is pretty unlikely because you have to tap it, or it could have been a spirit person. But how lovely is that? So that's how I take it as. And so that's what I'm trying to say. The human part of it, the guilt, the anger, the pain. I've got lots of people I'm really angry with at the moment to do with my mum's passing, very angry. But then I dissipate that by thinking of where my mum is now. She's free, she's lovely and happy. She's with the love of her life, my dad. She's with my nan and granddad, her favourite art ring. So I know where she is. And if you can project that, it helps your grieving. But also it helps you to raise your vibration. That if you're thinking of them, you're connecting to that resonance of where they are. And they'll hear that and know that when you're ready, they'll come down and do what they need to do. So take the fear out of it. Take all the bloody rubbish that you see on the media out of it and on the telly and the scary ghost films, because it isn't like that, okay? And know that they want to bring you love and comfort and help you get through this pain. They do want to do that. I hope I've covered everything now, because I can't believe I forgot to smell. What a donut. But, I'm trying my best. I am trying my best. So, yeah, spirit children, smell. That's exactly what I wanted to get across. And the fact that raising your vibration is going to help. What I'm going to do, it depends on how well I am. I never know how I'm going to wake up. So I never know if I'm going to be up for whatever. It's just a crap illness. However, if I'm well enough, I will do about mediums. If not, I'll mostly go on helping you on how to raise your vibrations. This also benefits people with depression or chronic illness, because as a human you do just go, I get it now and then where I just think, Jesus, what is this all about? I'm laying here, I'm just got no future, or blah blah blah, and I go into this real deep darkness, and then I think, nope, and I've got loads of coping skills that I've learned over the 6 years to get out of that, raise your vibration, to embrace their knowledge, their love, their power that can help you get through the day, days, years, months, 6 years laying in bed most of the time. And people say to me, how do you smile? How do you stay so positive? Why are you doing this? Because I've learned the coping mechanisms. I've learned how to do it. And I think that's part of why this is happening to me. Because so many people are in such dire circumstances with health, relationships, life, work, career, finance. They just want to give up. They just don't know how to cope anymore. And so it is lovely doing readings for people, but then you're only reaching one person. By this, I can help people embrace spiritual awareness, embrace a coping mechanism, embrace strength on the human path. There's so much that I want to share with you that I know is going to help you. So I'm going to leave it at that because I'm really tired. I just needed to connect with you. I wanted to feel a sense of purpose, and again, I get this overwhelming need that I have to do the video. So obviously, and every single one I've done so far, someone has written to me literally 5 minutes after, gone, oh my God, I can't believe you showed this today. There was one lady who had just lost her mum and then found my YouTube video, and she's like, oh my God, now I know where my mum is. And I literally, just first thing she did when she got in, it's really weird, isn't it? Really weird. And then another one, she'd just had her son diagnosed with autism and ADHD, and then she wrote in. I'm like, oh my God, it's the same day that I did the video. It's just really weird. So it's here for a reason, and I hope you're enjoying it. Please share my videos if you think they can help other people. Thank you for listening, and depending on how I'm feeling, depends on what subject we'll be hitting next. With that, think of your loved ones, smile about your loved ones, try and embrace their love, try and embrace the love of the universe. You can plug into it whenever you want, and I'll show you how. Until then, have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and hopefully I'll feel a bit better on the next one. Take care now.